I've said this before. America is a nation of addicts, right? And you're right. The billionaire ruling class, they're addicted to money and power. And it's never, like any addict, it's never enough. The high of making $1 million isn't enough. I need to make 10 million. I need to make $1 billion. $1 billion's not enough. We own all this land. We need to own more land. We need bigger jets. I'll pay money for a war in Iran to get more money. It is an addiction. So the billionaire ruling class is addicted to money and power, and they'll do anything to get it, just like an addict would, just like a crack addict will do anything. I know some recovered addicts, and they'll like, you want to know if an active addict is lying? Is their mouth moving? Then they're lying. Because an active addict will say whatever they can to score drugs, right? So the billionaire ruling class is addicted to money and power. And the American people are addicted to drugs, alcohol, opioid addiction. We have obesity epidemic. So we're addicted to all this crappy food. And if you do any research, like fast food, high fat, high salt, high sodium, high sugar, all of very addictive, very, very addictive. Caffeine's highly addictive. All that stuff's highly addictive, right? That's why the American diet is so awful, because we're all just food addicts. And then we're addicted to this stupid two-party system. We're addicted to this lesser of two evils nonsense and this incremental centrism. We're addicted to the propaganda that's fed to all Americans via any one of the corporate media outlets, right? We're addicted to this. Part of this two-party system addiction is this facade that these two parties are different, this professional wrestling facade that, my party's better than that party. So we're addicted to all that stuff. Americans are addicts. They're just simply addicts. And then those of us that wake up, if you ever grown up in an alcoholic or addict household with a bunch of crazy addicts, there's addicts in households like that. And then there's the people that enable the addicts. And when you speak up and go, wait a minute, that person's an addict, they're causing problems, you're called the problem, which is what happens. I mean, look what happened. Jimmy said, let's force the vote. This is a good idea. We need Medicare for all. 60,000 people a year die because they don't have Medicare for all. And he was attacked. I don't like Jimmy. So Anna Kasparian is okay with 60,000 people dying every year because they don't have health care because Jimmy's mean. AOC, not going to fight for anything. She's a fraud squad. And did they go, wow, we should do better? No. Oh, Jimmy's mean. It's sexism. It's whatever. It's so funny. Justin Jackson, right? Plays in the NFL, plays in the National Football League, was in favor of forced to vote and Medicare for all because he has a very heartbreaking story of his mother died when he was a kid because they didn't have health insurance, right? So, I mean, he personally doesn't need it. The NFL, I would imagine, has great health care. He's a millionaire. He's a professional, he's a starter for the Los Angeles Chargers. I mean, he's a serious ball player. He's making good money. And when everyone's like, Jimmy's mean, he yelled, he said F AOC, that's an act of violence. It's so funny. That didn't rattle. I mean, Justin Jackson, it's unbelievable. Like, I played high school football. I have no idea what it's like to play in the NFL. In high school, the coaches yelled at you. Elwood, get it right. They'd grab you by the face mask if you screwed up and they'd pull your head around and go, Elwood, you were supposed to be here, not there. So he plays in the NFL. So it's like you screw up, you fumble, you're done. I'm cutting you. You're out of a job. He's been yelled at. I can't even imagine 6 ways from Sunday. You got to hit people hard in the NFL. If you get knocked down, you're weak. Why did that guy knock you down? You got knocked out. You fumble, you're gone. You miss your block, you're fired. But Jimmy Dore was too mean. So we have nothing. We have no fighting for anything in this weak country. We're a bunch of weak addicts because the crazy power addicts of the predatory ruling class have propagandized us and fed us a bunch of crap to get addicted to. We're addicted to this stupid two-party system. We're addicted to this dumb media. You like Fox News, you're an addict and you think MSNBC is awful. You like MSNBC, you're an addict and you think Fox is dumb. Right? You watch Fox News or whatever. Oh, Joe Biden's a socialist. Joe Biden is a Republican. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. You watch MSNBC. Oh, Russia. They're trying to put Russia now on the Capitol siege. Right. It's always Russia's fault. So we're addicted to it. Opioids, food, video games, bullshit entertainment, Real Housewives of nonsense. You need some escapist stuff. I get it. It's tough times. But if that's all you watch, there you go. You're an addict. It's funny growing up in Chicago where there's all the Cubs fans, and a lot of Chicago fans are addicted to negative thinking. Oh, they're going to blow it. Here we go again. And they're addicted to this. The Chicago teams are going to blow it. They always blow it. No, they don't. They're addicted. That negative thinking is an addiction. No, it's an addiction. So America, and when you call out addicts for their addiction, they always get mad at you. And addicts only see the daylight if they hit a rock bottom. And even then, the most famous quote I've heard about addiction was by Russell Brand, who's a recovered heroin addict. And he said this quote when Amy Winehouse died. Sang a song, trying to make me go to rehab, right? And I said, no, singing about, I love being an addict and I don't want to get help. And he said this about addicts. He was talking specifically about drug addicts, but it's true about any addiction, and it's true about the United States. If you look at America as a bunch of addicts and enablers of addicts, right? So that's the thing. Growing up in an addictive household, people will always enable the addict. People in the house will enable the addict. The people that call out, and this is bullshit, this is wrong, this house is crazy, this is insanity, I don't like how I'm being treated, you're the problem. I know this. I grew up in a house like that. That's the way I've been treated. Anytime I call out the crap of my family, I was always Graham's causing problems again. That's always how it's been. That's why I don't have much contact with my family, because it's crazy. I don't deal with I can't have unrecovered addicts in my life of any way, shape, or form. If you're an adult child of an alcoholic, you were raised with a lot of isms that you need to get help with. If you don't get help with them, an unrecovered adult child of an alcoholic, in my opinion, is just as out of control as an active drug or alcohol addict, right? But here's what Russell Brand said. He said, when you're dealing with a drug addict, you're going to get a phone call. And the phone call is either going to be the person calling you up saying, hey, I got clean. I got sober. I'm sorry for all the awful shit I did when I was using. I'm sorry. Because that's the thing. If you ever do 12-step recovery, you got to do a step 9. Made direct amends to whoever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others, right? Or he said, you're going to get a call saying so-and-so's dead. He goes, but you're going to get a phone call. So America, we're going to get a phone call. And the phone call is either going to be, wow, America pulled its shit together. America's decided, and America's going to have to make a call to the rest of the world. The American power structure, the American politicians are going to have to make a call to the American people. And all the American people are going to have to the whole country is going to have to call the rest of the world and go, hey, we're sorry. We were a bunch of evil empire assholes, bombing people, taking resources, paying lobby groups to start wars just because we wanted money and power, extracting resources so we could have nice toys and things and diamond rings and cell phones and big screen TVs and all that. SUVs. We're sorry. Or, hey, America's dead. It OD'd. Choice is yours, America. And when someone's an active addict, if they want help, you show up for them. If they don't, Get out of the way. Get out of the way, because they will only take you down with them. I know this. I had a girlfriend of 2.5 years, loving, sweet, wonderful woman. Started doing drugs and alcohol, started doing cocaine. She became a fucking disaster. I was like, I just got to move her out of get her out of my house. She was just nuts. She changed. She became a different person in 6 weeks. It was like that. It was crazy. Got to get you out. Then she kept showing up, and then I had to get a restraining order. And I know I'm going to get a phone call. I'm going to get a phone call somewhere down the road from her or something going, hey, I'm so sorry. I was awful. I was an awful person. It was awful what I did. I was sick. I was fighting drug addiction. I was abused. Whatever the thing is, most addicts come out of abuse. And I'm sorry. Or, hey, Graham, did you hear your ex-girlfriend's dead? So make the choice, America. What's the phone call going to be? Thanks for watching the show. My name's Graham Elwood. I'm the political vigilante. And if there's too much truth for you, this ain't the show for you. Go watch some bullshit over at TYT or Rachel Maddow or some idiots like that. Because the truth and the reality of this country and the world is a little hard to swallow. So it's easier to just believe that the Democrats are better than the Republicans or vice versa. Or Fox is the bad news one, but MSNBC, they're not, And the real out of control evil addicts are the billionaire ruling class. Thanks for watching. Shave your knuckles for justice. Boom. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please hit the like button, the subscribe button. Go to patreon.com/Graham Elwood and rockfin.com/Graham Elwood, where you can support the show. Also, I have a Bitcoin wallet, a Bitcoin Cash wallet, and an Ethereum wallet in the show notes. We're taking cryptocurrency. I have a Coinbase affiliation link. We're going to be getting on some other exchanges. So that's how you support the show. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. YouTube is unsubscribing us at an alarming rate. I have a PayPal button at GrahamElwood.com. I even have a Venmo at Graham-Elwood. There's a lot of ways to support our show. We are getting crushed by YouTube. We've dipped under 73,000 subscribers because of YouTube. Thanks for supporting what we do.